Whew, Pro Dumpster Diver back at it again right now. Instagram is absolutely funny. All right, so what we have here is some of the best parts of gold refining that I like. And this whole bag contains a lot of miniature bags, which has different things that I've had probably stacked up for a while. So I have to break this down differently to properly explain it. And some people need a proper explanation of this because, oh, wait, is that a box? Because if you don't do it right, you'll mess up. And a lot of YouTubers are getting into it because I see that the financial times are changing how we do things right now. So in this bag here that you can actually see, it contains what are actually called gold fingers. Gold fingers are some of the best gold scrap you can get. These are the end pieces of RAM and desktop soundboards. They are usually double-sided that you'll actually see. So if I pull out a couple of these, you'll actually see that they're double-sided, okay? You can find videos online with people actually refining these with nitric acid. For me, I don't use nitric acid, which is the fast process. I use muriatic and hydrogen peroxide, which is the slow process there. Okay. I love to have these, which are good. You can usually buy them, it may be $100 to $150 a pound if you can find them. I really try not to sell them at all. I try to keep them as best as I can, but if the price goes up, I'll definitely end up taking it right now. So this is a very nice bag of gold fingers, and yeah, it's just all gold fingers there. So what I'm going to do is I'm practically going to weigh this right now. So let's put this back in here and let us get our scale. We got a new scale. Somebody threw that out and I put new batteries in it. All right. Sometimes it hops up right now. Gram, probably 100 grams in there. Oh, 39, 33, 32. All right, not much here, but you are going to get some gold out of it if you do end up refining this, okay? Now, this is one part of gold scrap. The reason why I'm doing this is that there's different types of high-quality fingers, okay? This bag here contains something similar, but it's not the same, okay? This bag here contains pieces of board that has been cut up and has to depopulate. However, if I were to pull these pieces out, for example, you're actually going to end up seeing that they have gold on them. But the good part is, that's good. That's a real nice one right there. They do have a couple MLCCs on them. But I like these here because this is what you call a quick throw, okay? I can quickly throw this into the cage, get the components off of it, and put these in the acid just like that, okay? Real simple. So I'm going to weigh these too. Okay. And why do you say 160? That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all why it does that. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to weigh this here too. And oh, I got a bit more. 170. How is this 173? And this here, see, this is why you always have to double weigh your stuff. All right. So it's back at 0. 123 grams. I knew that was over. Back at 0, 1, 2, 3. You should wait like 5 seconds or so. And this is 172. Okay. All right. Always double weight. Okay. And let me shut this off. This is highly sensitive right now. There we go. I love the scale, but damn, don't trip me up like that, okay? These here, I haven't seen these in a while. There is a seller on eBay that sells these not by the pound, but by the pieces, okay? And I haven't seen these ones in a while. So you'll find pieces like this that actually have gold on them, but they're broken up into small chip sets here like this, right? They'll usually be double-sided. They'll have gold finger ends like that one there, and they'll have gold on all of them. And this here, let me pull out a bigger one to actually show you. All right, I had pieces like this, and they're very good to refine. The problem is they're very thin. If you can actually see how thin this is compared to another piece that would be a gold finger, These are about half the size. The problem is when you put them in acid and you want to get the gold off, you're going to end up using an actual file. So before many of you have actually seen, I would actually end up having, let me see. Oh, I actually do have one right here. All right, this is an example. I will have something like this that I got at Harbor Freight. I showed in the previous video. It'll be a wire brush, okay? And you're going to have to take this and brush it. But the problem is these ones are so thin that they'll actually end up just like that, just breaking off that easy. And that is an issue because if it breaks off that easy and it has gold on it, you're going to have to hold these in your hand individually, and you're going to have 148 of them to do. People don't want to waste time doing that. So naturally, they just, to be honest, they don't buy them. All right. They don't buy them. Now, I'm not telling you to waste your money. It's good when you start out if you're not doing it for money. But as you get into it, please make sure you double check where you buy it, the seller you get it from. It just flips off like that. It's so easy. All right. And then with that, always look and ask them if there's a weight, because what you end up finding out is that it's going to end up being 1 pound you get for like $49, when in truth you should be at least getting 10 pounds for that, because when I purchase things, I make sure and say, hey, listen, 20 pounds for $100. If they say the price is going up, I automatically tell them the price of muriatic acid is changing, hydrogen peroxide is changing. I don't care if you go to the dollar store right now, it's now 125, and you're going to need a couple of gallons of Transhem to get that done, okay? Now, here comes the big bag. I like the big bag, and if I look at the bottom of it, we're going to have a lot of good gold scrap in here. Here's the thing. I'm still going to end up putting this in the cage. Why am I still going to put this in the cage? I'll go ahead and actually show you, and I'll open this up. A bag like this will probably sell for $300. This bag right here, I'll move the camera. This bag will probably sell for about $300. Why would I say that? Gold fingers right now are going for $150 a pound, okay? And a pound, as we know, is going to be about at least 454 grams right now. So I'll go ahead and turn this on and weigh this and see how much this would be. Actually, let's switch it to, let's see if we can get the, not milliliters here, ounces, pounds, okay? So, come on. See, I don't like that. I do not like that at all. Come on. There we go. Okay. I want to weigh this and see how much pounds this actually is. What the heck? Oh my God. Okay. Always zero the scale. Good. Okay. And this here, 14 ounces. All right. Something is wrong right now because that doesn't make any sense here. Fluid ounces. What is that? Interesting. Let's go back to grams. Okay. There's nothing on the scale, so definitely want to zero the scale out because something is up with that. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh this. 172. Okay, good. Here we go. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and actually weigh this here. I got to make sure all of it is actually on the scale. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 706, 50, 56, 55, 54, 53. What the fuck is it dropping for? What the hell is going on? I got questions. All right. So we will move the scale right now. Something's wrong with that. But it's basically over a pound. So something like this, better yet, if we had this here, this would actually end up going for at least $150 a pound. I would put it in as a gram. Something like this that's double-sided would be similar there. This would actually be pretty good as well. With this in here, if I actually opened it and showed you right now, we have pieces like this, which are beautiful, okay? This is Liberty Labs. This is, I have about maybe 70 of these pieces here to actually put in. They've never had any circuitry on them. And the reason why that's a benefit is because there's no solder on here at all. There's no solder at all. In fact, there's no holes for components to go on this at all. right? This doesn't go all the way through. I don't even believe it does. So this has no solder at all, and this is just all gold, which I absolutely love. We have a gold finger up here, which I can actually cut and sell in the hundreds, and this is all gold there. And the good part is, if you have gloves on you after the month of muriatic acid, you can actually just rub your finger over this, and all those will come off. Or you can actually just end up using a wire brush. If you don't have a wire brush, something like this would be okay, like this, like a hairbrush, but it needs to be a bit thicker to get in there. Now, your wire brush will erode. I'm telling you that right now. It will end up rusting out in case you don't heat, clean, and dry it. A piece like this right now, we see we have a good amount of gold on it, but I would still have to put it through to be depopulated right now. We still have some miniature components on this, and I need this plastic piece off, because if I pour that out and that gets into the cup, that can actually puncture the filter paper itself, and all the gold will leak in the water, and so I'd have to fill that again and spend money for more filters. So always make sure you depopulate things. Like things like this, absolutely beautiful. This has already been depopulated. How do we know that? We can look and see that there's no components on this, but there's a large amount of gold on the back. Don't know why they, which company is this? You have always seen that. Don't know why they end up doing that there, but absolutely love it. Right now, a big, thick, big, thick piece like this has good amount of gold on it, but it does have components right there that I do want to take off. That might be a special mono crystal as well. Love these pieces here right now. Some of the components are off, and it's all gold in the back. Damn. This could actually be reverse electroplated, to be honest, but that would just take 5 seconds to do it, and it might not be pointless there. Let me see what else we got in here. Oh, whoa. All right. Whoa, we got a big one in here. Nice. This is a, and again, I keep saying this. Why do electronics have so much gold on it? What is it? What is all this? Was this actually a ground? Unnecessary. You have components on the inside of it. All you had to do is make lines. Damn. All right. So we have a good amount on here right now. We have to depopulate this. There's obviously a lot of circuits on it, but a lot of good MLCCs that you can actually see here that are bunched up next to that circuit. Love this. Love this. These pieces don't have much gold on them at all, but they do have a lot of MLCCs that you can sell and make a good amount with right now. Here we actually have part of a possible flip phone, and we could see that because this is where the buttons actually used to be. If you can actually somehow scrape these ones off there. This is the plastic that was on it, and what you do is you would push that down. If you could hear the sound, that's the sound that would actually make there, and those are the LEDs here and here that would actually light up. Very good. Nice, very good chip here. It's already been depopulated. I bought these a couple years ago right now, but I'm finally getting time to put them all in acid, which is pretty good. So yeah, this whole bag is very nice. Definitely you will like to keep this. We'll have to put it in and depopulate it there, but there's some good stuff in here. All right, that's it for this bag right now. I have, 3 other bags, and I'll go over the hard drive bag and that special one. All right, Pro Dumpster Diver out.